kind of freezing, but that's okay, 'cause we've got Bunny Girl Senpai, and it makes me feel some kind of way. Alrighty, welcome everyone, I'm Teeaboo, and I'm here this morning for Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, Episode 8. It's a Futaba arc. It's a Futaba arc. This makes me quite happy. I really like her, and getting to explore her more as a real character, and not just as, like, Science Girl who helps out. Although her characterization as Science Girl was also great, but getting to really explore her feelings and her love for Kunimi and all that stuff is great. The biggest reveal last episode, other than the fact that there are two of them, which is just double the girl who could make a run for best girl. Let's just say she could make a run for best girl. Not necessarily best girl, but in the running. Definitely. So there are two of her, and one of them, I'm going to call them Futaba, original, and Nutaba, the new one. Because their personalities are rather distinct, so that's what I'm going to go with. Nutaba is doing pervy stuff. She's taken smexy pictures and putting them up on what looks like Twitter. So that's not good for Futaba, because she does not want her reputation ruined by that. I think that she'll have to overcome that. And really, I really like this quite a bit, because it's sort of an interesting thing from a psychological perspective. When people repress their emotions and their desires, often they sort of, you sort of squeeze them down and they spill out the other sides. You can't really control yourself. You can have self-control, but you can't force yourself to lie about what you want and who you really are. So my theory, my thoughts on Futaba and Nutaba are that Futaba has been, as we know, repressing her desire for Kunimi. She wants him in all possible ways. She's been repressing that desire for a long time and putting on an act of being this stoic, distant character, which is, well, it's a character, right? She's a character archetype. She's the distant smart girl who's too smart for everybody, and sort of in her own world. And that act is a mask, because she's a human being. She is a sexual entity, and she is desirous, and she's a person, and that suppression and that repression is spilling out the sides. And eventually, it's gotten to the point where, with the help of adolescent syndrome, we see this in brilliant, like, there are actually two of them, but it's gotten to the point where there is a in the light Futaba and a shadow Futaba. And the in the light Futaba, the one that is the mask that she allows the world to see, is also her, of course, but it's not all of her. And the other parts find ways to spill out, in this case through an actual physical, we don't know if it's physical, but an actual other entity of her, a clone of sorts. So it's sort of like repression leading to a split personality, but more than that, it makes me think Jungian, and it makes me think of Carl Jung's idea of the shadow, which is your unconscious persona, who is what you personally view as dark, the dark side of yourself, if you will, the things that you don't want to be associated with. And often when people discover that their shadow exists, they reject it and run away from it, because the truth of the matter is that we are animals. Humans are animals, and we have animal instincts and desires. And when you catch a glimpse of your own, it can be quite shocking to realize that you are a being capable of terrible things. Because all of us are capable of terrible things. And if you think you're not, you're wrong. And you're actually, if you think you're not capable of terrible things, if you think you're not capable of murder or anything, you're dangerous, because you need to be aware of what you are, and you need to accept what you are so that you can control it. Not repress it, but control it. Calmly, quietly, carefully. But Jung had this idea that when we meet our shadow, we often run away from it. But part of the process of self-actualization and maturation that he believed was crucial to becoming an effective entity, an effective being, is to accept and integrate with your shadow. Find the ways in which your persona match up with your shadow and the useful things about your shadow. Find the ways that you can be, because being mean, being cruel is very, very useful in sort of a Machiavellian sense. Like, you can't be a doormat. You can't be nice all the time. You have to be able to say what you want and go and get it. And you have to be able to step on people in order to acquire what you want, because they will step on you. So you have to integrate with your shadow if you're going to become a mature individual. But doing so is a difficult process and generally involves the internal death of your previous self. Having gone through this rather recently, I speak from experience. I killed the self that I was and became the self that I am. It's the only way, as far as I know. But all that said, that seems to be something along the lines of what Futaba Nutaba is going through and what's causing her adolescent syndrome. And it all leads back to Kunimi. So, we have Kunimi's girlfriend showing Sakuta the pictures, the secret account, which is named Chaco Cornet, which is interesting, because that's the thing that Kunimi gave her, which caused her to fall in love with him. Very interesting. We're going to have to see how this shakes out. I thought at the beginning, I thought that this was going to be a Shokomaki no Hara arc. I'm glad I was wrong, because Futaba is, at this point, much more interesting as a character. So I'm excited to see where this goes. This episode is called Wash It All Away on a Stormy Night. It makes me think of the scene in the OP where Sakuta is by the side of the road and it's like a dark night and he's like on his knees like ah. So makes me think of that. Maybe we'll get that scene. I don't know. In any case, before we get into it, if you like this content, like this content. If you're not subbed and you want more, that's a thing. And if you are subbed and you're not getting the content you should be getting, the bell is a thing that can help with that. Also, if you like this a lot and you want to help support me do what I do, patreon.com/Teeaboo. We are about to cross my first major goal of $100 per month, which is stunning. First off, stunning, and is really, really important for this channel. really, really important, because that's the point at which I will be able to buy enough food to survive next month. And, you know, we're going to keep growing. We're going to be accelerating from here, but that first threshold is absolutely critical, because if I didn't reach that point, I would have to take time to go and find work, go and find something to do so that I could eat next month. We're about to cross that threshold. That's awesome. Any of you who are patrons already, fucking thank you. Fucking thank you so much. Seriously. Means everything. It really means everything. This is what I have decided to do, and I have gone in full tilt with no safety net. I dove into the deep end, and I've been swimming. It feels like I've been swimming against the current. Now it feels like the swell is carrying me forward. So, thank you so much. And if any of you want to be the lucky person who pushes us over the edge of that goal, that spot is open. We are at $95 per month on Patreon. So if you want to be the $100th, patreon.com/Teeaboo. Anyway, enough shill stuff. Let's get into the real stuff. I haven't said that for a while. It's too cheesy. It's too cheesy to actually say that in the beginning of the videos. I prefer just saying, like, yeah, Patreon exists. You know? Just putting it out there and not being too cheesy about it. Oh, and as always, the timer-based version will be going up on YouTube. The version with the full picture-in-picture, right up over here, will be going up on Patreon. Also, if you could, it would be really, really great if you could comment on my audio quality. I've done some messing around with my microphone placement, and starting with the Saiki K video yesterday. It sounds a lot better to me, but that's to me, and that's through my amp and through my headphones and through all my systems, and it's my ears. So I don't know how it sounds to you exactly. I would really appreciate any comments on how my voice sounds, because I've done quite a bit of messing around with the mic, and I think I've got it set up in pretty much an ideal fashion. Normally it's up here, like right up here above the camera. And I came to the conclusion that I was getting a lot of sibilance, which is the hissy distortion that you get during S sounds. I don't have much problem with popping, not with this microphone, but I have issues with sibilance. It's a very bright microphone, so it picks up the high ends quite a bit. And the way that I've alleviated that is it's right here now. It's actually just about 6 inches away from my chest. And so you should be picking up a little bit of a deeper voice from me and a little bit more of my chest voice instead of my head voice. So let me know if you notice that and how it sounds to you. And if there are any parts of the voice that sound weird, because sometimes parts of it sound weird to me, and I'd like to know what you guys think. Also, just in terms of levels, if you'd prefer my voice to be a bit louder or a bit quieter, let me know, because I'm just sort of winging it and going with what sounds okay to me. And again, that's through my headphones with my amp going and all that stuff. So I don't know if it should be louder. I've watched some other YouTubers and they seem to have their voices quite a bit louder than I do it. Let me know what you'd prefer. The main thing is, like, if it's too quiet, you can't up the volume yourself, right? And so you can't, if you're syncing up with your own media, maybe you can't hear me. But if it's too loud, you could turn it down, So let me know what you think and if there's anything that I should change on the audio. Anyway, I've been talking for too long. Let's get into Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, episode 8. If you're watching the timer-based version, the beep beep timer goes boop 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 beep, and on the beep in the green light, that's the frame that Crunchyroll starts playing. That will go here. That scene. I think that's Maki Nohara. With the umbrella. God, that one scene where she turns and looks is exceptionally cute. Exceptionally cute. Oh, Kairi. Just making curry. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. They're identical. That's why they always say baking is science. Yeah. Hmm. Yup. Hmm. Oh. Wow. Wow, that's some real shit. Excellent. Yes, he does, but he cares. Doka-chan. Right. Whoever commented that, you were right. I'm not okay with that. Going to meet new Taba? Yep, hair up. Okay. Let's go on a date. Got nudes? Oh. Wow. No, it needs one integrated Ryofutaba. Cut short. So they're diverging. Huh. Yeah. I don't care who it is. That's very cute. Ah, and she's doing the same thing. Hmm. Oh. The actuality. Wash it all away. Hmm. Hmm. What? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Because they're good dudes. Yep. Because you called them out here. Hanabi? Oh! Oh, the two of them on the beach. Great. The voice acting on these is great. It's really great. He's just straightforward, glad that she's okay, you know? Really now? Are you? Hmm. Hmm. Sweet. Oh, time to wrap it up. Now, where's the other Futaba? Is there another Futaba? If the other Futaba becomes the only Futaba, then will all this Futaba's memories of this night go away? Why the phone? She's always up early. Did she become an hero? Did she kill herself? Oh, running through the driving rain. Or biking, but, you know. Oh. Just going and sitting in class. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hush, hush. Hmm. No disappearing. What? Yeah. What? The other you or Kunimi? She's gone. They're integrated. She went into the other one. Yo, that was well shot. And she has her hair up. But glasses, but her hair is up. Shige. Did she just... She confessed to him. Wow. That's friendship. No, wait. This is an after credit scene. Ooh, it's that idol. It's Blondie. I'm giving it to her. I'm giving it to her. One Best Girl award for Futaba. Ta-da! I'm giving it to her. So I want to see that end credit scene again really quick. It's a body swap. It's a body swap. They're calling it Sister Panic. So is it Kaide in that idol's body? Or is it Sakurajima? Because I feel like the voice actress who went I feel like that voice actress is Mai's voice actress. Because Kaide's is a bit higher pitched. But what? And the idol said that she idolizes Mai, right? She said on TV that she really likes Sakurajima. So maybe this is her adolescent syndrome, and it's somehow driven by an intense desire to be like or become Sakurajima Mai. Whoa. Okay, so we got some stuff to talk about for this episode. Okay. The first thing is the end, because that was amazing and totally unexpected for me. Futaba confesses to Kunimi. At least that's my assumption. I don't know what else would have gone there. She confesses, knowing the answer is it's impossible. And he just rolls with it. It's like, okay, well, then there's nothing I need to say. Nothing changes between us. Damn. That hurts, but at the same time, what an amazing way to resolve that. Like, in a lesser show, this would continue being a bullshit thing. But now it's put to rest, and she can move on, and he can get back with his girlfriend. That's amazing. The scene where Kunimi rides over and Futaba starts crying, realizing, and then saying, I wasn't alone, I wasn't alone, I wasn't alone. Right in the feels. That was some good stuff. That was some good stuff. So it wasn't that she... Well, it was that part of her wanted attention, and part of her couldn't stomach the things that she would have to do to get it. That caused the split. And that scene with the phone was so good. This episode was so good. Oh my god, it was so good. Futaba Rio is best girl. For sure. A form of self-mutilation. And then the actuality of it versus the fantasy of getting attention from strangers online was really well done. where she gets a message from somebody in the train station, and just freaks, because of course she does. Like, the fantasy desire of, like, I'll get attention on the internet is completely different from the reality of somebody actually trying to meet you in person. Like, whoa, scary now. Just realizing what she's doing. The whole scene with the fireworks, the first scene with the fireworks, was amazing. Oh, this whole episode was amazing. The continuous similarities between the actions of Futaba and Nutaba throughout the episode. For example, she's fanning Kunimi, and then we go back to the other one and she's sitting in front of a fan. Just continuous little things like that, where one of them breaks the cookie or whatever it is, and then the other one breaks the cookie. Those little things are really cool. And Futaba is one person, and it's shown visually that she is an integrated persona, right? She has the hair up, which is the Nutaba thing, and she keeps the glasses, which is the Futaba thing. She is shadow and persona as one. And it's told visually. That's so good. That's so good. Also, I really loved the line when they're sitting in the waiting room. It's all right to hate yourself. This is just the way things are. That sort of shikataganai, shogunai mentality is something that is really important to me. The probably the best analog to it in English media is Kurt Vonnegut's So It Goes. What book is that from? I should know that, but I don't, off the top of my head. Slaughterhouse-Five. Yeah. Okay, it's from Slaughterhouse-Five. Which is a book you should read, by the way. But So It Goes, or Shikataganai or Shogunai, is a really important sentiment to me. It's, in some cases, the only way to deal with the fact that the world is not a pretty place. And good things do not always happen. It's also an idea that is heavily woven through another series that I'm watching, Girls Last Tour. The characters very much embody a So It Goes mentality. At least Yu does. Yuri does. And it's perfect for the last episode that I saw. There's a line, "Let's get along with the feeling of hopelessness." Setsupo. And that's exactly what happens in this episode. Her love for Kunimi is hopeless. There's no chance that it's going to come to fruition unless big things change on his end. But she can't make it happen. And that hopelessness has been literally tearing her apart. And now she's getting along with it. This is just the way things are. This show is well written on multiple layers. The plot and inciting action and like the actual things happening that need to be dealt with, the obstacles that need to be overcome by our characters, are well written and well thought through. The ways that they actually deal with them and the character action writing is really, really solid. The quotable writing, if you will, the reasoning that characters come to in order to fulfill that is really, really good. And then the actual dialogue between characters, which is the vast majority of the show's content, is incredibly densely witty and and well written. It's clear throughout that the dialogue is written by the same one brain, right? Because all of the characters, I wouldn't say that they sound the same or anything like that, but they all have the same sort of almost satirical tone in their conversations, which is sort of very realistic and sort of unrealistic, right? It's sort of very realistic in that close friends often, talk that way. They often jab at each other just a little bit and playfully, but it's also unrealistic because it's just so tightly written. Humans don't speak that fluidly, but that's fine. That's the way writing for fiction is. But it's just a really unique feel, and it's a multifaceted, wonderful show. It's really good. I really, 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 really enjoy it. Really do. Also, the CG blending is good. The CG phone looks fine. Still. it looks fine. Shortcuts of a CG object are perfectly great. Especially if it's an industrial or metallic, shiny plastic object, then it works perfectly. What a good fucking episode. End of an arc, start of a new one. I can't wait to hear the next ED. Since this character is supposed to be an idol, I figure it's gonna be changed up a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Bunny Girl Senpai, episode 8. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I'm so in love with this show. And as always, I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.